Hey there, Kits the Witch here, and today I am going to be doing a book review. What book, Kits, you may be asking yourself? Well, I am going to be reviewing Psychic Witch by Mat Auryn, and it's published by Llewellyn. I said it right, go me. And it is, as it says on the cover, a metaphysical guide to meditation, magic, and manifestation. So, meditation is super important in the practice of witchcraft. You need, it's just centering, meditation, grounding. These are all building blocks in the craft, and I think this book does cover that a lot. It talks about mind, meditation, magic, and how to hone your mental and psychic skills for the craft. So, I will say this is not a discreet book, so if you're in the broom closet still, I would either get an e-reader version of this book, or hide it. It's called Psychic Witch. The jig is up, I'm sorry. That being said, let's start off, as I usually do, with the cons of this book, because there's one or two, in my opinion, but, the first con is that there's a lot of reviews out there that praise the simplicity and the breakdown of this book, but as a relatively new witch, I found it actually to be quite loaded, and I don't mean with objectionable content, but just a lot to process and absorb. I will say the author does a really good job of breaking it down, but there's only so much you can break down to someone new. So I will give him credit that it does try to break things down as empirically as possible, and I appreciate that. So another thing, and this honestly for me is a pro, but for some people this may be a con. There are exercises in this book and they are linear. So if you're the impatient type or you're the type to jump through chapters and things, this might not be good news to hear, because it's sort of like exercise 1, you build on to exercise 2, to exercise 3, and so on and so forth. So it's basically one foot in front of the other, and honestly I think that's sort of the beauty of this book. It gives you a foundation and then it just sort of builds and builds and builds on it, to hone your psychic skills using the exercises. And boy, there are a lot of exercises on here. There's about 93 in all in various stages of intensity, so there will be an exercise for you, I promise. So I have a confession to make. The first time I read this, I did not do the exercises. I read it through, I read the stuff, I did not do the exercises. Shame on me. But I'm rereading it now and doing the exercises, and while I'm still at the beginning stages, it's going pretty well actually, and I think when I'm done getting through all the exercises, I might do another follow-up video on this. Let me know in the comments below if you think that's a great idea, or if seeing this video once is enough. But my second impression, rereading it and doing the exercise, is I think it's a much more better read doing both at the same time, because the lessons and the exercise work in tandem to help hone your abilities. And I think it gives you a better read overall. And I guess another pro for me, and if you've watched any of my other book videos, you know I love me a good bibliography, and this book is absolutely no exception. There is a decent bibliography here, and I will be reading some of those recommendations and references probably when I don't have a mountain of books, because I do have a mountain of books I need to get through. Not just witch books, but fiction books, nonfiction, but anyway, I'm getting off topic here. I guess after going through all of that, what's my final say in this? Yes, this is a yes. I would recommend this book absolutely 100%. I think it's a great book for new and seasoned witches alike because you'll learn something no matter what your level, and the exercises really do help you, I think. And I mean, if nothing else, especially for meditation. And yeah, like if you're like, I don't know psychic powers, like at least read this for the meditational exercises for sure. Overall, I think this book is well written, and it's definitely something I will be returning to time and time again. Like, I have read a lot of books so far because I just sort of have been stumbling into books left and right as I've started my craft, like coming up on 8 months now. I'm an old new witch. It's great. But this is a really good book. So I know I don't have a huge swath of information or book knowledge so far, but this is one of my favorites, and I think I will be returning to it again and again. It's definitely staying in my library for the foreseeable future. Anyway, let me know if you've read this book or you have any questions about this book in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them if you have a question, and maybe just have a discussion if you have read it or what do you think of it. That being said, I will catch you on the flip side, and I will see you for another video. Bye.